All right, this is going to be for North Carolina. Chasing the 5 has not paid off so far, but the 5 is extremely due. So I'm hoping that it'll hit here. It is out 20 draws now. Sorry about the fan noise if you hear that. Out 20 draws. That's a long time. It should be hitting here any draw now. It's to the point now where it's worth it's worth going for it. I feel like once it gets over 15, it's definitely keep an eye on it depending on what key it is. But when it gets to be 18, 19, I mean, jump in on it because in the general, not in the positional stuff. When it's like A, B, or C, I mean, those can go out forever and drive you nuts and you can waste a lot of money. But in the general keys, filters, I mean, for example, here's an example right here. There's only 2 right now. There's only 2 states that have a key out over 15. That this says a lot because sometimes this is empty. Okay. So once you see a key go over 15, a number, that means it's going to hit. It's going to not be long. Now, that 03 I was made aware of. And I did have it in my notes right here. This little thing of numbers right here, guaranteed. I said this will be guaranteed to hit numerous times here throughout the week. And tonight was right there. That was the first one. I have to update it every now and then. And you can do this for other states too. Some states really show something, but this North Carolina, oh my gosh. I'm going off of distance and not distance, but I'm going off of occurrence. And I'm telling you, this here, these will be hitting. I could show you how I'm getting that later. There'll be another hit out of here. It could be tomorrow even. I would be surprised. Of course, there can't be a double. So doubles go by, then that screws everything up as usual. But otherwise, I'm thinking, maybe tomorrow. I mean, you got 2 draws a day. Man, there could be numerous ones here. If you think, I'd say all the way until next Friday, minus the doubles, I bet there'll be at least 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hits out of here. But we'll see. Right now, there's so far 1. Okay. Then go back here. So I kept this open to say, hey, you know what I'm going to do? My straight tracking, I'm totally going to revamp it. I don't like it anymore because if you go to the information page, it's sums 8 through 19. It's singles only, and it's 0 to 3 keys, right? I thought I had a good idea, and it was working pretty good on paper. But now that I have it, it's just too many gaps, and it's annoying, and it drives me crazy. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I don't know if I'm going to do all sums, include doubles too. So so there's no gaps. And I'm thinking of, if I do that, I was thinking of doing that and then maybe having 3 colors instead of 4. But I don't know. I kind of like 4. But I might get rid of like a couple of the higher sums. And I was thinking instead of just 0 to 3, I mean, this will still say 0 to 3, but I was thinking instead of 0 to 3, I would include, maybe 4 and 5 as so there'll be gaps once in a while, but they'll eliminate. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm just saying. So I just wanted to bring that up about the straight tracking, that I'm gonna X out of that. But actually, I'm gonna get rid of that too. So anyway, so for North Carolina, so here we got 5. 5 is the one that's the go-to one, right? That brings you to 55 numbers box straight away, of course. But now you can see here that a 0 or a 1, there's a good chance that a 0 or a 1 will hit because of the Trinity. Anybody knows that stuff here? We got a 1, 0, 3. There's a good chance for a 0 or a 1 tomorrow. Or in the next couple draws, between 2 and 3 draws. So, or 1 to 3 draws. So I'm saying, why not go for that too, besides just the 5, because that brings you down a lot. So that's 19 numbers to start with. And now I want to show some stuff later on my charts and what I'm doing with the SBP pairs. I'll show you what I'm doing with this. And it's pretty awesome. And it's not just because it's my charts. It actually is pretty cool. I mean, look, for instance, like right now in North Carolina, let me look at Wisconsin for a second to show you. So look at Wisconsin. Look at this. Low even, low even, low even, low even, low odd, low even. A high in either even or odd is so due for that. And especially over here, look at this. Look at that. Look at all the odds. Look at all the odds. So I'm thinking a high even or a low even. So if you just did that alone, I mean, I'm telling you, this is really cool because you can play the blocks in this. And if it's not showing you nothing, then it's not showing nothing. You know, sometimes I'm looking at just the color. Like, look at the pink here. The pink is outstanding for the BC. And you can see that it does hit. And it should be hitting here any draw now. I mean, there's some gaps there, though. So you got to kind of like know your state. And that's my problem with playing online is I can't. I honestly, I was doing a lot better when I was just focusing on like Wisconsin, and I would like really learn the state. And I was getting wins, you know, a lot more than I am now. So I don't know. I like playing online, but it's kind of annoying. I'm not going to quit that, but for right now, I'm going to kind of focus on Wisconsin again. And it's just kind of overwhelming, and I spend too much time on it when I'm playing online. But I still like to look at other states to see what's going on, because if something's looking really good, then I'll jump in on it. But I'm gonna stop. Like today, I played Florida. I played all on like really quick. Like I played Florida. I don't even know what I played. I played a bunch of them, and I lost all of them because it's just like I put no time into it, and it's just like a quick. I'm not looking to. I get it down to box numbers like really low, but I'm not looking to win 3750, every now and then. I'm looking to break it down and get big wins, like a couple $1,000s here and there. That's what I'm looking for. And then, it makes up for all those losses. I want to be pulling out, a lot of money, and I want to be taking out a lot of money, not just depositing a lot of money. And if I'm afraid just winning 3750 every now and then, I'm just going to blow all that. So I've been watching a lot of D-Love's videos. Today he had a really good one, or the other day a really good one. Recommend watching that on YouTube. Really good on what he does. So, but look at this. So that's what I'm saying. So I'll show this in another video because I want to keep this to North Carolina. So here we go. North Carolina, look at that, 19 numbers. So what's it going to be, right? So I have a couple different things open here. I'm going to back off this. And first I'm going to inspect charts, and I'm going to show you this. It was so obvious today, so obvious that a 0 or a 5 was going to hit, because that's what this V-Track 1 symbolizes. And sure enough, it did hit. I mean, it was like, I want to say it was written in stone, but it was like, man, it's going to hit. And if it don't, it's going to hit the next day. This is so awesome to look for. I play the gaps. I do. I know what to look for. I know which ones are about to hit. And now this isn't showing me nothing. So I'm just walking away from that one. Go to A-Tracks. I'll take a look at that. If that's showing nothing, I just jump right down to neighbors. And I try to find something in that. If that don't show me nothing, sometimes I'll jump to like midday alone. And like, here you go, midday alone. Check this out. So what does neighbors 1 symbolize or stand for? You can look at the triple. It'll tell you it's a 0 or a 1. So instead of 0, 5, so tomorrow that's 0 or 1. But look at that though. Oh, 16. Dang. That was a crazy time for no 0 or 1. Wow. But that is not the norm. I mean, pretty much any state, that is not normal. So that was like a fluke. There's a good chance for a 0 or 1 tomorrow, and I'm going to bank on that. So I don't really look at all this other stuff when it comes to this. I just keep it to those 3, and I jump, like I said, I'll jump back up to A-Tracks now. And like, here's a guy, let's see, 4, but there's 8, there's 5, not to be ignored, but I mean, and then you can look at what keys are due. Like this symbolizes a 8, I think, or a 0, doesn't it? I think it's an 8 or a 0. Yeah, an 8 or a 0. So there's a little bit more maybe wait for that 0 to be used tomorrow again. And I can jump up to the, or did I just do the VTRAX? Oh, wow, look at this one. Here we go, midday VTRAX, 9, out 9. And this symbolizes, a 5 or a 0. Wait, no, it can't symbolize a 5 or 0. This symbolizes, because what am I on? I'm on the VTRAX, so this symbolizes, is that a 5? It's a 5 or a 0. But hang on a second here. I thought that, okay, that was evening. Yeah. Yep, that was evening. So, yeah, so look at that. 5 or a 0 or an 8 or a 0. I'm saying 0. I'm saying 0 is coming to midday. Yep. 0 is coming to midday. It could be that 8. It could be double. It could double up too. It could be that 8 or that 5. But I'm liking that. I'm liking that 0. I really am, more than the 1. So you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that 1. Forget it. Down to 10 numbers for. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but you don't always see it like this. And like I said, I'm really narrowing that pool right now. So follow me, or otherwise do the 8s and maybe do the 5. Make that pool a little bit bigger. Okay, before I move on, you have to see this chart, right? This filter report. I'm telling you, I keep taking snapshots of stuff and practicing, and it is off the hook. It is so off the charts because you can actually. I'm so excited about this because, okay, look at the 1%. I'm always looking at the 1% because that's the most. That's the one that's like the most due. But a lot of times that can mean the most cold too. So you have to understand, like, anybody who's new to it, that you can't just be like, oh, it's 1%, it's going to hit. No, it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at like key A, yeah, it's going to hit because, like, well, it depends on also what you're looking at from here. Okay. I'll post that stuff on Facebook a lot because those hit constantly, like 1%. I'll show you like 1% and go to A, and then we're going to go up to like even. I always do close, open, straight. I do curve line. I do even, odd, and I don't do box. I do even. I go high, low, or in and out, or I do spike. I just kind of stay away from all the other stuff. So here, let's check out spike. So there's only 3 states right now that are under 1% for an A. Okay, starting with a spike or a T. Okay, and so let's see. Let's just go basic. Let's go do even, odd. There's only 1. Look at that. That speaks volumes. There's only 1 state right now. Tennessee evening should be dropping an odd any day, any draw now. If it doesn't drop tomorrow night, I'd be actually very surprised. I mean, see, what's nice is I keep that open, and then I keep this. Let's see, I got way too many windows open here. I keep this one. Is it this one at position A? And then, yep, and I'm going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to do the even, odd. And we're going to go to, where are we going? What was I just looking at? North Carolina? No. Tennessee evening. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tennessee evening. Look at all those evens. I know you can just look at this quickly too on things, but I mean, I like this report thing because it really shows you what's due. And that's going to be hitting here. You could bank on that. 100% bank on that. That's coming. If that doesn't hit tomorrow evening, Monday evening, it should be here. So, and you can look and see what's due too, what's due in the A position. That's another way you can look at it because you got a 9 right here. Maybe that 9 jumps over, maybe that 9 jumps over because look at 297. There's then okay, the 9 to jump up there. So I'm thinking maybe the 9. So let's just look at Tennessee evening quick. Sorry, I'm making this into something else besides North Carolina, but it's a good example. So Tennessee evening. Let's go to key A. So you got one. One is like, what the heck? That's a long time. Okay. Could it be? Could it be the one? Maybe it'll be that one tomorrow. See what I'm saying? So I really like that. It's pretty cool. And so you can do the same thing for millions of different filters on here, but you have to be careful, like on which ones you pick. Like if you do a front pair, that front pair could be out for a while. You're like Wisconsin evening, in, right? That could be a while yet. But more if you do straight numbers, I don't even do this because these go out hundreds of draws. Hundreds of draws. I ain't playing games with that. I don't do that. I just don't. But like curve line, like these ones, these are good ones. You know what to look for. They won't last long. But what I was trying to show on this that is so good is go to my charts and go to the SBP RS. That's the root sum. Okay. And then there's the SBPP. That's the pairs pattern root sum. But go to this one here, SBP RS. I've posted it a couple times already in Facebook. And I'm just learning that, oh my gosh, here's the deal. When this goes to 1%, look, there's nothing here. When there is one in this, I'm telling you, you could bank on it, especially if it's a high odd. If it's a high odd, it's not going to last. I mean, here, let's go to 2%. Low odd for Illinois midday. That should be hitting pretty soon. Let's see, 3%. There you go, Idaho. Guaranteed this one will not last long. It's the heavy hitter in the group. It's got 35 numbers boxed. Of course, it's going to be heavier because it's got 5 more numbers, but whatever. I don't care. I'm telling you, it gets down to 1%. It ain't going to last. But 3%, I'm thinking maybe, that 2 to 4% is that where they're hitting. I've been learning that with the V-Trax single boxed. That 2 to 3, maybe 4%, that's when they really start to hit. That 1%, sometimes they can stay out for a while and drive you crazy. So you have to know which ones. And I always go to a frequency chart then and determine like how often they hit, things like that. And I always go, I do a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I check it all. That's what I'm saying about knowing, like if you just play in one state, and you're not all tied down trying to play all these states, you can really learn your state, get a notebook out and break it all down and like know which ones hit the most. Now, of course, once you get out to that 5, 10 or 6, 7, 8 years, things are going to just start to balance out. But there's still typically a leader in a lot of the groups. Not all the groups, but like a lot of them there is. There's some that are really good. And I keep saying I'm going to do that, but I haven't yet to do that for the pattern, for the pair patterns yet. I'm going to do that for pick 4, which is going to be awesome. And I have ways to get numbers like with the occurrence thing that is just amazing. So check this out. So they throw that Idaho high odd. I mean, that's 35. Well, how many is that numbers box? How much does that pay? How much is that? You play 35 numbers boxed. 35 times 0.25 online. That's $8.75 to win $37.50. And if it doesn't come out, you do it again. You're at 16 or $17.50. And if it doesn't come out again, which would be probably unlikely once it gets down to there at 25, so you're gonna be barely doing anything for profit. So I'm saying what I'm saying is when you see a high odd like that 1%. I say just flip those suckers and just straight up play them straight and just spend that $20 or whatever it is, and because it's gonna hit. And you know what? You could even start compounding that sucker when it gets, if you're not hitting, just keep playing it, keep throwing money on that because it's gonna hit. I mean, look, there's nothing here. I've been checking it for the last couple of days. I think Arkansas popped in, it was gone. I think Georgia popped in, it was gone. So for the SBP, this thing is like, this is money right here. So I'm pretty excited when I see something drop into this. Then I'm going to be. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. This is the SBP, remember? So look at high odd even hit tonight. Dang it. So high odd, high odd, high odd, high odd. Okay. High odd, high odd. So it's only 35 numbers boxed. It's just another pool. I'm excited to do this Wisconsin here. I'm gonna get back. I'm sorry. I'm so scatterbrained when I'm doing this stuff. That's my inspection charts. So I look at this. That's how I can tell when something's gonna hit, and it works. And then this report chart is just amazing. Like I said, so I do V tracks and everything. And let me move over to the this. I kind of change this up a little bit. So here I got my charts, the SPP, and then I have the pair pattern charts, and then I have this here, my information page to quickly grab stuff. I don't even have my straight page open because I hate it. I'm going to redo that eventually, but not yet. And then here's the extra. It used to be called Daryl, but it is Daryl's stuff, D Love, and then also it is just a bunch of extra stuff. So I just kind of threw it in there. So I got oh man, he's got so many good charts over here. This one here, I mean, look at this North Carolina one. Look at that, 2 odds, 2 odds, 2 odds. That should be jumping. That should be jumping. And where's it going to jump to? I mean, you got 3 evens, 3 odds. That's definitely due. I didn't even notice that. 3 evens or 3 odds is coming up, I think. I mean, we're out 11, we're out 8. Yeah, I think we're gonna be getting one on that. 3 highs. I think it might just jump back over to this though. 2 highs and 1 low. 2 highs and a low, and then this is up in the air. That's up in the air, but see, that's why I keep these other ones open too, because check this out. Low even, low even, low even. Get rid of the cut some low even. I'm thinking. What do you think? I'm thinking that's a pretty safe bet. Get rid of low even, which there might not be anything in there anyway with that. I don't really know that much about cut sums. I don't really. It's like knowing somebody's friggin' phone number. So I'm gonna get rid of the low evens. Here we go. Heck yeah. 7 numbers. Remember, 0's got a hit and 5's got a hit, but I think it's very likely tomorrow there's gonna be a double dropping up in that 0.5 and that V track or whatever it was I was looking at. But to be a little bit more conservative, just do the 0 to 1. 13, okay. If you wanted to, you could do the 8 to, I guess, that'd even be more conservative, but that's going to be like 19 numbers. Okay, let's just keep that for now. So go over to extras here and take a look again. That's another thing. Look at the power or the, I'm thinking of a different state. Never mind. So some of these are just kind of the same thing over. I like this one. This chart really shows the root sum and the cut sums. It's really nice. I like this too. So that's what I'm doing for North Carolina. I'm thinking I like this, but like I said, I like the 0. So if you want to take a snap of that and compare it with what you got, but let's drop that. Oops. Gotta have something in there. Let's do 0. So I'm thinking one of these is going to drop tomorrow. And let's say you could do my numbers. Let's say one of these is going to drop again tomorrow. I mean, it's likely. I could show you why I think that right now, but I'm not going to make the video too long. I'll save that for another video if anybody wants to know how I'm doing that. So let's just do this one. So let's try this. What's left? What's left? 3 numbers. It's not worth it to me, but I mean, 3 numbers boxed tomorrow. You got 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. I think it's gonna probably. I mean, let's look at the. Let's look at the sums and see what's due. 2 is due on the front big time. 2 and 5, especially that 2. 2 is due, man. So you got 19, 13, 5, 8. Looking at the sums, let's look at midday sums. 9's getting up there. 9 always like to sneak in there, so yeah. Like I said, we could just probably just get rid of those for tomorrow. Since it hit, I'll typically take a break just for a day or two. So there's some good ones there. You can always look at the I've been looking lately also at the, I think I put it in a different window here. Sums group. Can really show you some stuff on this too. I can find North Carolina. So here you go. 1827's been out for 9. That should be dropping here. Look at that. That should be dropping. Maybe. That could stay out a while. Midday. Let me jump back over at 9 to 13 tomorrow. Wow, my mic just turned way up again. Anyway, so I'm not going to even break it down any more than that. That's all I'm doing. I'll probably show, like, I was going to show a little bit here, like, if you convert them to straight, a little bit of what, like, I'm learning from D-Love on YouTube. I like this filter because it's got the even odds and the highs and lows, and then you go down here and you can actually look at both at the same time. So look at that, low on the end, and see it's descending. I like that. Low on the end, see it later, right? And then you got see, he always goes back about between 10 and 20, roughly 20 or so, and then try to find patterns, in the first 2 or so. I'm still learning from that though. But right now I'm thinking for sure a high. So, and you look at the highs down here. What's something that's kind of a heavy? Nothing really. Nothing's really standing out. So, but I like this. I like looking at it like this. So what I'd do is I'd convert these numbers here to straights. So I keep different windows open. I'll have that conversion thing open. I like this conversion tool. Drop them in here, quickly turn them to straights, copy them quickly, and bring them right over to a new one. And this one here is going to be for straights. So I'll have one open for box, and I'll have one open for straights. There you go, boom. And then I'm going to get rid of that C. I'm going to unselect that C. We don't want that to be a high. So I could have just did high-low stuff, but we're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. What am I doing? No, we're going to get rid of the low. Well, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're down to 17 straights, right? That's what I said, I think. Yeah, get rid of low. So, and this is combined. I know a lot of times D-Love will do them separate, to maybe get a different. But I think both. I like looking at both. You can get a little bit of heads up on what's going on. I'm not going to break this down any more than right now. But I'm just looking at it here. I'm thinking that low jumps back over. Maybe a low, high. So there's the box numbers I'm thinking for North Carolina, and here are the straight numbers I'm thinking. And remember, 2 is due. So 2 is super due. So on the front. So maybe 205 straight tomorrow. That'd be a nice win. Drop $20 on it. I'm just kidding. But this is what I got, and this is what I'm gonna play for tomorrow. I'm not even gonna play all those. I literally think I'm just gonna play 205. It's whatever. So, but whatever you do play, hopefully you get some wins, and have a good day.